Oneyplays!
With friends.
Hey, Thor.
Hey, Thor! What you doing?
I
Mom,
be a bastard and you fuck right off, you dumb fucker.
My mom
I
gave
don't
me
like it, no.
3 graham
Yeah.
crackers and they're not for you.
Let us leave, my friend.
Let's go have my graham crackers.
Yeah.
She arrived on a meteor.
A meteor.
Me?
Why would these kids go to this fucking door?
They could climb through that keyhole, it's big enough.
Just shove his little arm in there. Take it out and it'll be like the mummy when there's no bones. Has Mickey Mouse ever been viciously gored?
Like in a thing, or like what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Has he ever had his life beaten within an inch?
There's that scene that people like to use the gif of from the PSP game where he's lifeless and lying there and he gets blown away by the wind.
Who?
Mickey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember that Mickey Mouse game on PS1?
Which?
The 2D platformer.
Mickey
that kinda
Mania?
looks like Cupboy.
You Mickey Mania?
Yeah, I think so. Is that a good game?
Not really. It looks nice. There's not much to it.
I remember not being able to get very far in it.
No, it's kind of a mess. They were gonna do a sequel, I think, but they never ended up doing it.
It really blows my mind how old developers didn't have any rules to go on, but they still made like really good games.
You know, I'm gonna say this because this has been really interesting. One of the people who worked for Traveler's Tales has been uploading videos to YouTube talking about what it was like programming for games.
Yeah.
And he recently put up one about Sonic 3D Blast, why when you slap the cartridge, it does a level select.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he said how that was... It makes sense. Like, that was what I kind of assumed to begin with, but for fail-safe methods and everything, because when you're submitting these things for review to, like, Sega, and you don't want them to pick up on bugs, you create little fail-safes.
Oh.
So the way of doing it is like, okay, if there's a game crash moment, we're just going to make it do something else to reset the game, essentially, and take you to a different screen. Because that was something that, for example, Link to the Past did. They had the secret room.
Yeah, they had the
And that's not
the winner kid.
Yeah, they acted like it was a secret room, but it's not. It's actually a fail-safe. If you bug the game out and it doesn't know what room to take you in, it just puts you in that room.
Really?
So that's all that was. It was just to alleviate any kind of glitches.
Wow.
And that's what they did with Sonic 3D Blast, is if any reason the game just crashes from anything, it takes you to a screen that says, "Congratulations, you unlocked the secret level select."
Oh.
And it's a way to make you feel like you didn't just crash the game.
That's cool.
But they talked about, what was it? There's an unused 3D maze they were going to put in the Toy Story game, and they talked about how they got it to just run really smoothly, all these shortcuts they took. Like how it was only rendering the top half of the screen, and they would flip it vertically, because that would save rendering time for it. Because it was a really good 3D effect, and it ran at a solid 60 frames per second, I think. Yes, this is it. The channel is Game Hut, and it's been very interesting. Actual information, like the objective end on game design, development, and everything, and history. That always interests me a lot. I wish there was more of it.
I don't know why I'm so into game-related shit. I don't even like that much games. I love watching game videos though.
Because it's interesting to hear like
Yeah.
the system and hear about the craftsmanship of it.
Back then, it's really interesting because everyone was trying to figure out shortcuts and everything to make stuff work. You don't really get that much anymore. Whoa.
Blows
Okay.
my mind how much ways you can optimize a game.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's why that Toy Story video is interesting, because he talks about all the things they did to cut down render times on it. It's, I wouldn't have ever thought of that. I would never have thought to just draw half the screen and then flip it vertically. That was really smart on them.
Wait, what?
That's how they made it run so well. Is
They
that
dropped half the screen?
it's that they're stretching out. They have like a grid on screen to stretch out graphics to make a 3D effect, but they're not rendering all of it because it'd run too slow. They're rendering only the top half and then flipping it vertically to save memory on it.
Huh.
And because of that, the sprites in the room are always, because they have the aliens from the movie that you're supposed to collect,
Yeah.
they're on their side because that can flip them vertically then.
So is this a 3D game or no?
It was a cut level in the Toy Story game that they were going to use that was a 3D maze, and it runs really nicely. It's impressive.
Fucking clever bastards. What blows my mind that how people can code something like a 3D program.
I mean, that's what Doom was doing, is just raycasting to make a 3D look, even though it's just scanning and projecting that and making it seem as if it's 3D. It's why in a lot of versions of Doom, if you're doing like Z Doom or something, if you try to look up and down, they still limit you on how much you do it, and you're just seeing it really awkwardly stretch out. It's because you can't really properly look up and down in it. But there's new versions of Doom where they, I think, are just rendering through OpenGL now, so it's actual true 3D. They do new lighting effects and everything. You can use 3D models in Doom now because of that.
Wow.
People go crazy with Doom. I love just
Doom.
still looking up Doom mods. Well, yeah, I do.
Doom.
I do love Doom.
Oh, that's not what I meant to use.
I'm kind of sad that I never got into Doom because the first version of it I ever had was on Game Boy Advance, and it's like the worst port ever.
Oh, that I imagine, yeah.
We should play some Doom mods at some point. They're really fun.
Didn't you want to play the Simpsons one?
The Simpsons one would be really funny.
I don't know why our channel's Simpsons videos get the most views.
It's easy.
Probably because Sixons.
Yeah.
No.
What?
You don't think so?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad, Christ.
It's because it's easy joke material. We haven't done a Family Guy game yet. Maybe
I've
it's
noticed
time.
that
That's not
for
on PS2.
like years and years ago, like all of my friends would. I think it's just a thing that people do naturally because we all grew up with The Simpsons. It was like just the idea of like just drawing them off model or giving them like slightly off voices would always land as a joke for like everybody that I knew.
That's true. Yeah, been doing that since I was like 15 in school.
Yeah,
When I
it's
used to
weird to think about the fact that like at one point The Simpsons was considered like edgy and new, and everybody now considers it like, oh yeah, it's just The Simpsons.
Well, we're going through cycles now. Things that were once very shocking stopped being shocking and were just openly accepted and then became shocking again. It's just a matter of time. You're fighting Cloud.
Yeah.
Why did he put that stupid bandage on his sword?
Because it got cut.
Yeah, he needs it to heal up.
This makes
His sword was bleeding.
no reasoning to it.
He said, "Oh, my bloody heart.
looks cool. I put a bandage
My bloody heart.
Sword got boo-boo."
He shoved his sword into someone who got it covered in blood. My sword is hurt.
I mean, he's that kind of guy.
What a fucking idiot.
He has to be ready
And
to
the guy he cuts open says, "No, Cloud.
He has to
that's
be
my
ready to-
blood."
You've killed me.
like appear in like a Green Day AMV.
I fucking hate everything about it. It makes so... There's so many reasons why that just doesn't work.
This is a different Cloud.
so cool.
This is Cloud if he became evil.
He's
Yeah, I
wearing-
remember he got taken over by the darkness.
That was a plot point in Final Fantasy VII, remember? The darkness. He goes to bed and it says, "It's me, Cloud, the darkness. You are going to become a Heartless now."
He said, no, please, Sephiroth.
It cannot
my
be.
wife.
He says, Sephiroth.
Very, very, very bad.
Very, very fucking bad. Easy, run away.
Would you be happy if, like, Video Games Live did that song and those were the lyrics they ended up using? You get to hear an actual choir doing that.
That would be pretty funny. I would enjoy that.
Hey, you smelly.
Very stinky. You smell like pee. You
Get away from me.
Well, I was doing really well for a bit. Now I'm sucking again.
No,
No.
you're doing good. You just gotta use your Potion.
I
It's
did.
true.
This is ripping off Artorias.
This is ripping off Final Fantasy.
Me.
This is ripping off my band-aid.
What is he doing? He's just spinning around Goofy.
Flying around.
He's trying to hit Siora.
He really wants to meet Goofy and Donald.
Ah, shit.
You know, Cloud Strife is played by voice actor Steve Burton.
Did you know Strife is the coolest last name you could have?
Why is he moving in slow motion all of a sudden?
It's the power of...
When I first saw Advent Children, I was such an autistic that I said, "My hero is Steve Burton. I'd love to meet him someday and discuss Final Fantasy VII."
Well, now's your chance, Chris.
And he'd say, yeah. You say,
When-
say Omni slash.
When you're 14 and 15, you think that's how people like work. You think
Yes,
that's because-
I do remember
You
shit
think
like
that
that.
because someone was in something that they have to be obsessed with it.
Or
Some
that they
people
have
are,
some
some
kind of
people
like
are.
insight into it.
To be fair, some people
I
are.
guarantee you, whoever plays Cloud probably doesn't even know what the fuck he was talking about the whole time.
But what's his name? How am I forgetting his name is a question. Who Solid Snake's voice?
David Hayter.
There we go. I'm stupid. How did I not remember his name? He loves that role.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah, some of them do,
Well,
but
yeah, and
like
Chris Sabat loves being Piccolo. And
Yeah,
Vegeta,
exactly.
But you most people
No.
aren't like that.
no.
Most people are just they want money, and that's
Yeah, it's
fine.
their job.
I'm not.
They
you know,
try to
it's
be
not a
they
bad
try
thing.
they try to be friendly about it at least.
Yeah.
Like they have that just as a thing. Like
I'm just saying it was very
Billy
autistic
West-
of me to be like,
Billy
I want
West
to
is
sit down
ready.
and have a discussion about Final Fantasy VII.
Billy West is ready to do all of his Futurama voices as soon as anybody asks it. He always
He doesn't want to, but
no, but he's nice. He'll do it.
yeah.
He'll say good news. Okay.
I hate watching those videos.
of like fans
Do
asking.
Fry.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy. Yes,
No, that's not Fry.
Bender.
He's not. He doesn't do Bender.
I know it's John DiMaggio.
He does it anyway, so that's how he
I
does
feel
it.
really. I remember seeing an old. I remember seeing
Do
an old
Cloud from Final Fantasy.
panel video.
Good news, I did the Omni Slash.